I listen to this, you know. YW for life.
Beat a nigga block with that motherfucking chopper.
Beat of the CD can't even play my hits cause new computer shit without the means to play the shit. We love the boosted speed, we love the memory, it got me feeling like we're nothing like we used to be. Eric Ark Elliott, Flatbush Zombies penned an interesting eulogy to the CD on their 3001, Laced Odyssey album. Yes, it is fair to pronounce the compact disc dead, though they still lie in record store walls. The majority of modern music sales have since transitioned to streaming. For some context, A Boogie with the Hoodies Hoodie said and spent weeks at the top of the charts, despite only moving 823 physical copies. In response, A Boogie forsook the CD altogether, issuing a triumphant cry of streaming rules. Anybody that's in this era now is always going to do more streaming than sales, reflects A Boogie. When I look at it, like, man, 2K sales, we ain't even got no CDs out. Anybody who grew up during the CD era has at least one fond and likely formative memory. Consider the game reflecting on a veritable crossroads during a verse on Nas Hustlers, 1995, 11 years from today. I'm in the record shop with choices to make, he raps, Illmatic on the top shelf, The Chronic on the left, homie, wanna cop both but only got a 20 on me. Young Game ultimately opted for thievery, using the 20 to cop a dub sack, presumably enjoyed in tandem with his new albums. Yet the fact remains, it was a simpler time, and hard decisions had to be made. Not everybody had the disposable income to cop their desired fill. In my youth, I once spent $28 on Bone Thugs-n-Harmony The Art of War. At that price, living with an entire project to maximize replay value isn't an option, it's a necessity. Those who actively save to buy CDs likely remember the primary means of consumption. The Discman and the car stereo were two of the bigger ones, and unless you were packing one of those cumbersome disc folders, transportation became a hassle. As a result, many were forced to travel with minimal CDs on deck, promoting a longer shelf life for the chosen albums. While it's difficult to prove beyond anecdotal evidence, I imagine that many listeners ended up combing through their collection from start to finish, while the coexisting option of music television, with channels like BET, MTV, and MuchVibe, helped push the single. Deeper cuts were given ample space to breathe. It wasn't so simple as loading up a playlist or even concocting your own. To listen to a CD, you had to open a case, load a disc, and skip to the song of your choosing. Not exactly arduous as far as tasks are concerned, but hardly the instant gratification of today. It's hard not to look at the compact disc without feeling pangs of nostalgia, nor is it fair to dismiss streaming as a positive listening experience. In many ways, the vast library available at a moment's notice is the epitome of convenience, yet such an option can possibly lead to the creation of scatterbrained listening habits. Should you be midway through your chosen album, and one of the featured artists sparks a surge of inspiration, it's only a simple click to jump ship entirely. Compare that to the days of the CD, where collections were largely reserved a select number of carefully chosen projects. It's not entirely different from today's primary method of consuming film and television. With traditional movie shops on the decline, many have become dependent on whatever Netflix, or their chosen platform, serves them. It's not uncommon to hear somebody ask, is it on Netflix, upon receiving a film recommendation. With convenience at the forefront, the art of selective research has become diluted, yet tinges of curiosity can become realized with little to no risk. Where CDs were concerned, one had to do their due diligence, as banking on the single alone was somewhat of a gamble. Circling back to the Netflix analogy, compare it to the dominant task of making playlists. Many listeners remain dependent on whatever is presented to them, forgetting that an entire world exists beyond what is served on the home page. How do you feel about CDs? Let me know in the comment section down below, and as always, don't forget to share and like the video. Subscribe if you're new. Thanks.